Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the Sense Project's online videos. Today we are talking about neurodiversity and mental health. So one of the big things that we have with professionals is this kind of question around whether it falls under mental health, learning disability, or something of its own, a bit more unique. We very much feel this falls under its own kind of umbrella, but you will see that crossover with either mental health or learning disability as well. So that kind of crossover that we're talking about is often a case of we're seeing things like trauma or some kind of complex PTSD, anxiety, those kind of elements of mental health really coming in, and it's really important that you are meeting both those mental health needs and the neurodivergent aspect of needs all together as one. One of the things with having more diagnoses is we often see clients who are maybe a bit more confused about what's the appropriate support for them, how to access the right services, and there's kind of confusion as to how do we put this all together. For us, again, we really feel that this actually should be something which can be provided, a lot of it, within one service, just by focusing on how we're working with an affirmation approach and building someone up as an individual. The other thing that comes from this is then some kind of confusion around the diagnoses. So we see clients who maybe have quite a list of diagnoses or labels. It can start to feel more like labels, and there's a bit of confusion as to what's responsible for what part of what they're feeling, rather than being able to actually just focus on their experiences and build on that and grow as a person and take those steps towards independence. So what are we doing differently at the Sense Project? For us, we are very much trying to strip back away from those labels. We will look at, a lot of time we'll meet people who have got multiple mental health labels or diagnoses, multiple diagnoses under a neurodivergent umbrella. And it's very much trying to step back from those, maybe put the diagnosis to one side a little bit and just focus on the individual, on that person and how they're experiencing life and how they're experiencing the world around them. And really looking at how we can build on that to actually help this person find their sense of identity. Again, come back to that affirmation model, and how we can actually build someone up to find themselves in this process and learn about what their needs are. So we'll start to be working on things like sensory processing, looking at how do they handle challenging situations, how do they communicate, and what are their own needs and what they need as they take those steps towards living independently, getting into work, and building their lives for themselves from there. If you have any questions, please comment in the comments box below, get in touch, or let us know any of your questions you have. Thank you.